Percy took Duncan out to the small railway. His friends were waiting for him. Welcome back, they said, and working and back again. Duncan was back at his work. Percy was pleased that his friend with the same number was working well, and he was feeling pleased with himself. He can fix and make things well. He was good at fixing Duncan. Now that he's working fair again, he'll never have one small mistake again. Duncan's at work. While he was doing this, he was doing something when the others are not looking. He was thinking of some place he remembered well. He nursed it well. It suited him well. What was the place that he remembered well? And what place suited him well? even though the river noticed it what he remembers something and swoops in the river. Well, let's find out, Oliver. Let's see what he's thinking of something, river. Interesting in nerve. Duncan was at work, and he was thinking of his small place. His very small place, he remembers it well, and knows it well. In the bushes, he was thinking it better. Nurse, it. He remembers and nurse, well. Today, it was the very first time Duncan remembered something, well. And nurse it, well, too. He heard Bushway. I'll find my perfect place, said. That looked around carefully and went in. He now knows he was creeping to find his her. Remembering it and nerving it, well, it doesn't dead. Ever since he was a young engine, nerving some things, well, it was nobody about her. Duncan sneakless smuggler went off into the bushes in river quiet. There's one river, small mouse. He was being river quiet, but nobody heard him or spotted in river. Well, he was being river clever and river naughty. He likes being naughty because he likes to hide in some places. In the river, well, he doesn't want to get into trouble again. He was always thinking clearly and carefully. Oh, this is a life, nothing like a good rest. He was much alone in his place. He found his hidden net. He went in it, put a blanket on himself. His bedness had suited him well, and he was now wanting to and snooze. And of a snooze, he thought, as he was about to settle himself in one special place. He remembered well and knows well. I'll be warm as toast. He'd a drinked of to give himself a drink. And they had a big lid for Percy to come in. And they came, and Duncan was now sleeping in his small bed. Sleeping peacefully, although first two, since he found the shed and nurse it well. He likes to sleep in some place which is looking comfort. The next morning he saw the small trains working, coming, and they were working. Duncan saw all the small engines peeping out of his shed, being nervous. He thought to himself and whispered quietly, shutting the shed doors quietly and slowly, but he couldn't make one small sound. Mr. told himself quietly and carefully, so as not to make another small sound. This being quietly suited Duncan well, keeping his place one small secret. Then he hid one small bit that flew into his funnel. He was thinking cleverly, and most of all, being quiet, as he was thinking cleverly. Nobody saw him, spotted him well, as he was hiding in one small place. He whispered to himself quietly and carefully. He did not make one small path to make one small sound. He didn't want to get into one small trouble. First, second, and third, or not to mention fourth place. If it will some work in this place, I'll get some curve from the maid. Percy does. So he went out and then went to work. He found the maid and went in it. His trucks, with his trucks. And he found somebody in nerves, well, somebody he found nerves this place, well, somebody that let Percy in nerves the place, well, in one clever tank engine, nerving some places, well, lurking in one place, being quiet as one small mouse. The small engines met. Percy whispered to his head in quiet. I whispered quietly, and nobody spotted well, shh, Duncan, about the small trays are working. No. Yes, exactly. So they did. But as they were working, I saw them coming to look for Duncan. Here's her, and one of her small solution is in one of her small bit of open to his funnel. And he was thinking, Clara, if gotten it, said Peter, we'll take the cur to the cur yard and report our controllers God it's her. So they went on the work quickly and clearly, always thinking Clara on one river tough situation. Always turning out to their hard. They came to the stations and went to that bus place just in bed. But they were not much to learn of small people. The engines are looking everywhere for them, wondering about talking something strange or something. Well, they're not. They're talking something useful. The small trains came to the small place. I've never seen of a long tube. I thought, being we've been looking through, but just working, and it did. This work, it's completed. Oh well, it's what you did, and let's see. Our conservators came. I already did, and the engines are looking. And I left them and learned in one river, small place. Percy and Duncan in that busway said and let it drink. The small trains came. Percy and Duncan, sure. I said, I'm interested what Percy and Duncan is for them. And I were pleased that the controller was not with them. I already found a sign that said, the busway railway. Duncan explained about the shed he found much has occurred. This is my shed. Wow, this is great, I said. And then Duncan and a box of games. Oh, I look great. Now then, let's get them working. Then get the thin controller, said Duncan. In it, yes. It's his birthday, said. Oh, well, let's get started, so they did. Smudger came along and saw what's always indications going on. And I'd explained to him about some place Duncan knows. Well, and the small engines said to him they'd never find it, or long tail, and percy found it, or long tail too, since it came on his birthday. Hello, what's this then? This is Duncan's shed. Oh, it's my herd. We found him as a third shading. One, two, three of them. And then once it's on, yes, please. And let's get the parter started. At last it was finished. A thin controller came said what the noise was, and was about to get one kind of special surprise. So came into Duncan's head in well, it never been in long too. Never seen some place. Well, surprise. It's the birthday, sir. Oh, I remembered. It's neat. Now then, what gifts have they got? Why, this big thing for. It's not all. It got some games, you can see. Well, let's start them. Okay. So they set up the games and watched them. I watched Percy play the game. In nurse and well, he plays and well, rather well indeed. Even smarter needs to see some game. He never seen some game before. And it was first too, he'd seen something special. It's needless to say, Percy plays the game or and everybody on YouTube and welcome to another episode of us here Vintage Views. Today we're looking at something you might have seen before, and it's something special, rather something special indeed. Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends on Sir Commodore 664. Thomas the Tank Engine is made in 1992 by Alternative Software. If you haven't heard from Alternative, they've released such great and great series that you're not interested to get. Thomas the Tank Engine Pinball on Shedder 32 and such as Paint on America. Let's take a look at this game shortly. The starting of it will take long, not short. Things always take long on this Duncans. Just get this work in this working. Now comes a bit about to take not short. It'll take us to wait. It'll take all of it to start long. Shortly the game will start soon. Look at the way it's starting. I'll tell you a comment about it. Now, as you can see, it's some difficult game, and it's not a good one of it. It looks rather not and it looks much angled nonsense on. However, before we into that, let's take a quick look at Thomas himself. As we're on Thomas the Tank Engine is one small tank engine with 6 small wheels, a short stump funnel, a short stump boiler, and a short stump drum. And it did say he was a faster little engine, and he was cheek to and not as we all know, he lives in an island place called the Island of Sirtor. must have got some jobs which, well, might say, are looking hard. All we need to do is watch out for percy and diesel. The head controller is wanting to pay his orders to get the jobs finished, because the jobs never complete themselves. Someone has to. And Thomas is to all the jobs, because he's about to find his chips looking hard. It was just about to say that it's hard. It's hard. Everything wants to chew and destroy you. It doesn't look good. Because the buffers would look much damaged. And they look expensive to get them looking feeling unbent. Anyway, let's finish this. Without sing the song on there. Let's finish this special conversation comment and begin with this special game. Start in shortly. Okay, let's play this game. So there's special places. Part of this special game. Yes, God and dead. Oh, yes. I can a bit more there. Just over and I can. Some guy playing Thomas the Tank Engine and Fens. Was a Comet or 64. Doesn't it look a bit special? Thomas is just taking some dirt. Just taking it a bit easily. Watching out for some branches and rocks on the railroad. It doesn't look very safe. And there's another thing. Watch the sun causing it a night of tea. Oops. What it means? It is not looking safe at all. Bumping into an engine doesn't sound safe at all. There. Two more to clear. One down, one to clear. This is diesel working, but they're stopping because Thomas has bumped into them. It needs to be very more careful. Because there's railway birds and never look safe. Some are safe, but this is not safe at all. One oops. It's the start again. Oops. Well, it's the end of this game. I'll take my name and then we'll end this with a small conversation of this. Doesn't this look special? It's very good. And it was time for her. It was time for her. I said, it's Percy, and Percy went off for her. She liked a lot. She liked a Percy. And Percy went off to transport it all the way her. He felt her pleased with himself, talking something interesting for the Duncans earlier. It'll be great to be talking something interesting some other day, Percy said, and thought to himself, well, let's end of this story. Fiction and terror in there. She not in there. So there.